Welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. I recorded this entire video before in the car, and none of it went through, so I'm going to do it again. So somebody asked, what client retention management, I think that's what a CRM stands for, or CRM software should you be using? So first of all, I try not to recommend CRMs, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I can tell you what I use, I can tell you what I used to use, what I think about it. I use a company called Simply, RESIMPLI. I'm very happy with that software. I'm using it a few years. I used a Podio-based system for a long time. A lot of people use Podio. I'm not a big fan of Podio, but people use Podio, and that's fine. The important thing to know here is when you're starting, you do not need to spend any money on a CRM. I would absolutely recommend you don't spend any money on a CRM, and I'll talk about why more. What I think you should do is you need to capture leads, right? So you're calling prospects, or prospects are reaching out, and some of them are good. You want to capture them in something as simple as a Google sheet in the beginning. When you get up to over 100, 200 leads, which are people that have indicated that they want to sell, maybe close a deal, then you can hopefully invest in a CRM. CRMs are very good. I run my whole business out of my CRM, but I don't like to recommend any CRM because every CRM has pros and cons, every one of them, right? So some big ones are RealFlow, FreedomSoft, Podio. People customize Podio. I used InvestorFuse, which used to be a Podio-based system. Now it's not a Podio-based system. Beast Mode, which is a Podio-based system. There's 1,000 CRMs. You can just Google real estate investor CRM. You'll see what shows up. But every one of them have specific features that for some people are, they're incredibly dependent on, and they'll do or die with that feature. So I stopped recommending them because, first of all, people ask me a lot of questions about CRM, and it took a lot of my time. But also, a CRM might be great for me, but it might not be great for you because of one little thing, right? I'll give a couple of examples. FreedomSoft lets you pull lists within it. For some people, that is an absolute requirement in their CRM, that they can prospect within their CRM. I've always prospected in other places and then imported that information into my CRM when it became a lead. For some people, they need to make calls within the CRM, right? That's becoming more and more common. And some people just call outside and then enter the information in, right? There's advantages to calling within the CRM because it records your outbound calls too. You want something that records, but some people call through CallRail and everything gets recorded on CallRail, outbound or inbound, and then they can save that and stick it in their CRM. I could talk for 4 hours about all the different features that a CRM does and why some people are going to be incredibly adamant. It's later. Incredibly adamant about one simple feature. So I don't recommend CRMs because very often what's important to another person is not that important to me. Some people like to list stack within their CRM, and people list stack without it. It's impossible to determine what the most important feature of a CRM is to you. What is hard, and I've done it a couple times, is move from one CRM to another, which means you have to migrate all your data from one CRM to another. That is very, very difficult, which is why you don't want to get a CRM in the beginning when you don't really know what the hell you're doing, and you're going to put all this data in there, and then a year later you realize this is not the CRM that I want to use. And I'm a huge detractor from software demos. So what that means is you're going to call some of these CRMs, they're going to say, hey, do you want to see a demo of the software? And they're going to show it to you. The problem with that is that it just, for me, some people that's great. For me, I don't get the feel of how it really is to use a software from watching somebody else use the software. Also, very often what you're going to see is not going to be the same thing what you're going to see on a demo is not going to be what you're going to see. So for example, I was in the mortgage business for a lot of times. We used something called the LOS, a loan origination system. So they would show us a demo of these LOSs when we wanted to switch. I wanted to blow my brains out with a shotgun because I wasn't seeing real loans. I wasn't getting into loans. They were just showing me things. And sometimes with the CRM, they're also going to show you just a version of it. You're being shown that by a salesperson who doesn't never really use the system in action. So what is the answer, right? What is the right thing? The right thing is to call people you know who use it and ask them if you can get a username and a password and you can play around with it and use it. That's really the best thing to do. For me, anyway. For me, I can't stand watching somebody else use a software program that I may have to use. And it may be he's showing me something that's a completely different version of what I'd actually be using. So I'd advise you to play around. Be very careful when you decide which CRM. Understand there is no perfect CRM, right? Obviously, I think mine is the best for me, but it's not perfect. It's great, but it's not perfect. So that not perfect is going to be something, right? It's something, whatever it is. It doesn't do it exactly the way you would want it. Now, for some people, that little thing is going to be something that drives them crazy every single time they use it. And for some people, it's not. So that's why I stay away from recommending CRMs, because inevitably the system's not perfect. No system is. And then they come back to me and they go, well, this doesn't do X. And I'm like, yeah, I never did X. And they're like, well, that my whole business is X. And I don't want to be that guy who recommended something that ruined your business. So I hope this was helpful. I'm really not done. We're only 6 minutes and 30 seconds into what I'm told I have to do a 10-minute recording on. So what should I talk about with CRMs? A lot of people love Podio. They like to customize Podio. I never liked it. I didn't like the modules, the workspaces, and things like that. I even got a custom-made Podio at the end. And to me, there's so... If Podio's right for you, then use Podio. It's not right for me. I like a system that has everything ready within it, that I don't have to... the beauty of Podio is that it's buildable, it's customizable. There are certain things I want, I'll give you an example. Something I don't like in RE Simply is that I can't, you're basically taking loans through the pipeline from stage to stage. And it doesn't let you customize those stages. For me in New York, I have a lot of loans where a seller has agreed to my price, but they're not in contract. Now, I understand that in 49 states, that is not a real status, right? When a seller says yes, you whip out a contract, you sign a contract, and that's it. This is something specific to me. And I understand that, and I'm willing to put up with that. Now, there are software programs that will let you customize those statuses. And if that is the biggest deal in the world to you, then you don't want to use RE Simply. It's another example. I could literally give 1,000 examples of things that one CRM does that another CRM doesn't, or one CRM does better or in a different way than another CRM does. There is no right or wrong, right? There is simply a system that you're going to use. The beauty of a CRM is a few things. What a CRM does for you. Number one, it lets you organize your information. Number two is it should do automated follow-up for you. So it via email or a text or even RVM or by reminder. That follow-up is very important. What a lot of people don't do in this business when they start is they don't follow up. They mistakenly believe that they're going to call people who are going to say, I want to sell you my house. I'll sell you my house right now. That almost never happens. They want to sell at some point. So you must be following up. Don't ever use the words follow-up, but you must be following up. And if you have automated follow-up within the CRM, that is a big deal, right? My CRM does a lot of other things that I like. So it has banking built in, so I can track my marketing costs. It has a list stacking module. I don't use it, but it does a lot of things that I like, a lot of things that I really like. So there is no right or wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and espouse why my CRM is better than any other. It's good for me. It may not be good for you. I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. If you're interested in finding out more about one-on-one coaching, go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com. When I redo these videos, I think 5 minutes of this video is different than the video that I recorded earlier. It's funny. Just because my brain just goes off in a direction and keeps going. If you're interested in a stay-at-home program I have where it teaches you how to do what I do, go to howtoflipnewyorkcourse, course.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help me. They help the algorithm, so the more people like it, more people see it, more people see it, more people like it, blah, blah, blah. Now, please keep the comments coming. This came from a comment from Mr. Hodakov, so thank you. I don't always know what to say. I post 5 times a week, so ask me anything. If it's a simple answer, I'll just reply with an answer. If something I've covered recently, I will reply. I'll send you a link to a video on it. If something new, I'll do a brand new video on it. Thank you very, very much for watching.